Hello, thank you for joining me, those that are here. It's really exciting to be able to share this with you, as this has been a project that's been turn you off. That has been a long term coming, and it's something that I've been really passionate about for a while. But a couple of things before I start. Sorry if you can hear all the birds and the people and the noises in the background, but I've got the windows open because it's so hot. I shouldn't complain about the heat because it's lovely, but you know. So I wonder how anybody out there is feeling about the heat, because for me, being part vampire, it's a little bit too hot. That's just me. Anyway, so back to it. Oh, I'm so excited. So I am going to be launching my own brand, Crafty as a Fox, on Creating Craft next Wednesday at 2 o'clock. This is something I've been working on for months and months. And every time I felt like I was at the point to do it, something happened or other things got in the way. But I have a date set. I'm launching on Wednesday, which is the 21st at 2 o'clock on Creating Craft TV. So I'm super excited to be doing that. My brand is all, for me, I've created it because I like to do something which I've created called card journaling, which is a mashup of card making and mixed media journaling. I wanted to create stamps that I want to work with. There are loads of companies obviously out there, but I wanted to create something that really caught my eye, and that I wish somebody had made. So that's what I've created. And I've created a paper collection, stamps or a stamp set, stencils and ephemera. And my phone's ringing. Bear with. I don't know who that was, but they have to phone back. It was probably, do you get it, like the telemarketing, can you answer a couple of questions? No, I can't. So, let me just check in. Can everybody hear me, or am I just waffling to myself? Am I waffling to myself? Somebody just put something in the comments. Because I get this all messed up sometimes. I forget to turn my mic on, but it looks like it's on. Anyway, so stamps, stencils, ephemera, paper kit, and I've just launched 3 books. I say 3 books. 2 are log books, and 1 is a technique guide, and it's the first of a few. Technique guide to card journaling. I don't have a copy of it on me today, unfortunately, because there's been a few problems with the getting it sorted. But it is live on Amazon, and I will put a link in the comments in a minute. So then if you want to buy my book, oh, hello, good, thank you. If you want to buy my book, it is available on Amazon. And I also have, she says next to me, I also have log books. And I'm going to explain these. I've got them in 2 covers. But I'll explain those after I've done the collection, because I'm taking this one to air with me. So you will be able to get it at Create and Craft, but you can get it on Amazon now. So, right, I'm gonna flip the camera around so you can see these beautiful papers. So if you like, I've gone for this collection, a kind of vintage Victorian steampunk-esque kind of vibe, and like those that know me know I love steampunk. I do the design work for a clothing company and this, that and the other, so I absolutely love that kind of genre and things. So fantastic. What I'm going to do, I will flip you around so you can see down, because it'll be easier for you to see. So Crafty as a Fox, that is me, because I love all things foxy. I have got for you, it's 160 GSM, you've got 8 designs of papers, and you've got 24 pages. I'm just going to move my laptop out of the way. So, and let me just move that up. That gives you a little overview. My paper collections, these particular ones are going to be called snippets. So snip it, because you can snip into bits. Like I said, this is the Victorian collection. We've got like beautiful kind of blue watercolor backed with loads of different textures and different images going through the design. So this one has got like those like trains, and then you've got a schematic of a train and some script over there. We've got a nice kind of map, because I really like kind of working with little bits like that. I thought I would do a letter, which was quite cute, and this butterfly features in the ephemera kit, and it features in the snippet page, so you can snip it. Then I've got dials and really kind of grungy, so if you love that kind of grungy look, these papers are fantastic. And I've got another beautiful blue with different schematics on it to kind of work with. I've got some journaling cards that I'd created, so then you can cut these out, and if you like to make your own type of journal, then obviously you can just snip these out and do your journal writing on the back or whatever it is you want to do. Now these are the snippet pages, so we've got these fantastic kind of images of kind of very Victorian things. All of these images do feature in the ephemera kit, already die cut for you, so you don't have to snip it. But I thought some people don't want to use ephemera, some people do, so I'd give you a bit of everything in various different sizes so you can work with them. And then here's our final page, which has got those beautiful kind of colourful butterflies and moss, a couple of small little map areas, a couple of sentiments tags, and a couple more sentiments. So let me just move that across. So that is our paper collection. Like I said, so you've got, it's 160 GSM, 8 designs, and you get 24 pages. So I think it works out, you get, what, 3 of each? I think it's 3 of each. My maths is dreadful. I'm sure somebody will correct me if I'm wrong. So to go with that is the ephemera. So I'm going to put the papers over to one side and get these out. And I think there's about 40 different pieces in here. And what I've done is I've created items in different sizes. So if you like to work in different sizes, then you have the ability to choose what size you want to work in. And it could be that you just want the goggles to tuck behind something, or you want those to be a feature piece on your project. Now I will refer to your either card making or journal pages as projects from now on, because to me that's what they are. They're a project, and that's where card journaling, I'll explain more, will come in. So as you can start to see, as I'm just getting a few of these out, we've got some beautiful kind of that vintage lady, or we've got the man. I liked him, he was cool. The he just looks a little bit like I'll bring the big one up, like a very Victorian gentleman. A Victorian gentleman. Oh, I've missed some comments. Oh, hello, Joe, my lovely. Hello, hello, hello. And so I've got other bits to kind of fill in your projects with, like the hats, the clocks. I like this owl, so I picked him. Couple more butterflies, because you can never have enough. Then for instance the dial comes in 3 sizes, and I went really big to really small, because I thought that for me, I'd just like to layer and add things in. Same with that hot air balloon, which was really fun. I love this, the little light bulb, really kind of old and vintagey, because I love all of that. Just some kind of industrial items to add in. So everything in the pack either has has 2 versions of it, so bigger or small, but some of them, like the butterflies, I done 3 sizes, and the kind of clock and the dial, I thought that would be, well, that's what I want to work in, so I thought others might be the same. So I'm going to pop these over to one side. I should have put a pot next to me. Whoop. So next, let's bring in my stencil. So I've created a stencil which has 3 areas to work in. So I absolutely love stencils. So I wanted to kind of produce something that I can use for so many more things than just one texture. I can use it for several textures. So I've gone for like 3 different areas in here. Let me get a bit of black card just so you can see the stencil. It's a good size stencil. So I forgot to say my paper kit is in A6. Is it A6? Yes. Yeah, A6 format. My stencils are also in A6 format, and the same with the stamp set. So I've kept everything kind of not A6, A5, silly Kelly, A5 format. So half of an A4 sheet of paper. I'm talking rubbish again, because that's the kind of size that I like. So I wanted to create something in sizes that I like to use, because I'm sure there are other people out there like me. So the 3 different areas we've got on this stencil, we've got cracks, we've got the kind of gears, because I love the kind of cogs and gears. I think they're brilliant. Like I said, a real kind of nod to steampunk, industrial, Victorian. I just thought it was fun. And then I've be some lovely kind of numbers and dashes and stuff. Some of these are quite small, so you will have to be careful. Be mindful what kind of brush you're using when you use it, to make sure that you get a really good impression. I find Lisa Horton's brushes really good. But so here's just an example of some of the textures. So this is the crackle, and I've done that in texture paste, just to kind of, you know, I think that was really fun. So for me, I'm like, oh, I could use that as cracked glass. I could use that as cracked pavement, or, you know, whatever kind of texture I'm going for. I'm going to move the black out of the way. And then what I did is I used some texture paste and I added some grey ink to it. Hickory Smoke. I think it was Hickory Smoke anyway, from Distress. And then I used a crackle paste. Look, how good is that? Like for texture on a project. Oh, I love crackle paste. Absolutely fantastic. Yes, Sharon, this is my brand. Absolutely my brand. No one else has helped me with it. It is mine. I've created it all myself. So I will quickly say, so some of my images, not so much the what's it called, stencil, but so the paper collection and the stamps are licensed images, because there are amazing artists out there who can draw better than me, and why not give them a chance to get their work out there. Anyway, back to this. So look, so using like elements from all of the stencils and this, so that dial which we've got in the ephemera, I created it into a stamp because I just absolutely loved it for texture and interest. Here's another way that I used it. So I've done a resist, oh, wrong way, Kel, a resist, and then I just kind of blended some of my favourite colours over the top. So that is my stencil. 3 areas of interest, lovely size. So the A5 size to work with. It's not too big, not too small. We shall move you over, and then we shall bring in the stamp set. So this is my stamp set, and we've got our dial. We've got a really lovely decorative piece. We've got like a smudge, a grease smudge, I don't know, a texture smudge, I don't know what you want to call it, but that. We've got some script because I absolutely love working with script. We've got some splatters in case, you know, not everybody's really good at making splatters because it can be difficult. I've got some really fun glasses, which the vintage glasses, which I absolutely loved. And I did have an example of it stamped out somewhere. Oh, there it is. So I stamped it out in embossing powder and then just kind of went over it. So look how fun that is for an extra kind of layer piece. So these stamps are for creating your layers, your textures, for your backgrounds and stuff. I've not created this for them to be main focal points. They are the textures for my background. But obviously you can use it any way you want. But this is kind of where I was at. This is what I wanted to do, so that's what I created. Let's grab in So the last thing that I'm going to be taking to air, not the last thing actually, I'm going to be taking to air my old book pages. So what I do is I salvage old books, and then I use the pages for my art journaling, junk journaling and card journaling. So anything that I'd like to kind of create that oldie worldy look. They will be available on the show. They are 40 pages, and every book that I've reclaimed is a book that was falling apart, wouldn't be able to be read again. Only half of it was there. So instead of it going in the trash or in the bin, then I wanted to kind of give people the opportunity to use them before it goes, you know, before it goes. Now let's get back to my books, because I'm very excited about my books. So card journaling, I mentioned at the beginning, card journaling is all about, it's a mashup of card making and mixed media journaling. I've created these logit books so that you can make your project. I'm going to have to probably stand up for this. Make your project, stick it in, write your recipe. I could have done stamp form. I wanted to create a book though. So then you have that card front, just say it's a card front, that you create one day, and you can come back whenever you want and go, oh, how did I make that? Ah, that's the technique I did. That's the papers I used. That was the inks I used. That was the stamps and stencils I used. Here was a tip that I left myself. Here was the layout I used. Here's my notes for anything else I need to put. I am so excited about bringing this product to crafters, because I love card making, but sometimes I just want to make something for myself, and this is creating a logbook for myself. But then whenever I want to recreate this, I've got the recipe ready to go. So it could be that you create a card, you take a photo of it and you stick it in your book, and then you've got that to look at whenever you want to. Because sometimes we create something and we go, oh God, I really love that. I wish I didn't have to give it away. So this is how I'm combating that. Make 2 of them, stick 1 in your book, give 1 away. Then you've always got that to refer back to. Now I do have it in the 2 different cover fronts. And I did that because, well, everybody likes something different. So I've gone for a watercolory look on the first one, and for volume 2 you've got the wood look. Now it could be that you buy several of these to use as your art journal, if you like to keep a log of what you use. In the front of the book there is a quick description of card journaling, how it came to be, and how I will use this book, because mine only come yesterday from the printers, so I had to wait. But I'm really excited that this one will be coming to air. They are available on Amazon at the moment, and so is my book, which is a more in-depth guide to card journaling, and where I'm going in the craft world. Where was I? I'm now losing. When you go, oh, what else have I got to say? What else have I got to say? I'll remember in a minute, because I'm a scatterball. Let's go through some of the samples, so you can see, because these will be the samples on the show. So here I've created, using the butterflies, some of the decorative paper, and then I've done an ombre, some stamping and stenciling over the top in some of my favourite colours. And this one, I've just taken the microglaze over that element, and then I've taken a translucent crackle paste over that. How fun! With a watercolour background, a few stamps, a few like texture stencils. I wanted to do quite a masculine card with this one, so I've used the travel theme, just for really kind of fun, different card. And then I added this sentiment in to the collection because, well, never apologise for being, you, who you are, because I feel that I do that a lot. So I'm not apologising anymore. So I then created a lovely inky background, once again with the stamps, with the stencils, in different colours to kind of create this fun, lovely background. I just added a bit of a die cut from my collection. And once again using the stamps and stencils just in a different way, And you'll see that I've used the stamps and stencils, which are, you know, really fun to play with in different ways to create different looks. But these are all things that I can be art journaling, mixed media journaling, any kind of thing that I want to create, I can. It's just probably waffling, to be fair, because, you know, that's what I do. I waffle a little, so do forgive me. Oh, we've got 7 of us. We did have 11, a couple have left, fair enough. This will all be available on Create and Craft, so Create and Craft TV on Wednesday at 2 o'clock. I am super nervous. I'm super excited. I don't have a massive amount of stock, and I will be picking and packing in my dining room after the show. So I'm a small operation. I'm a small company. I just wanted to create something that that I felt that I wanted to do. And I started this project last year. It was called Inspiration Journaling, and I used a journal from Delusions, and I loved doing the projects, and I've got videos on my YouTube about all the projects. I didn't like the size of the book. It didn't work for me. It's a nice book, but I wanted something that worked in the format that I work in. So the grey rectangles in the book are 5x7 and 6x4. And to be fair, that's because that's the size card that I like working in. If people want different sizes, a different size book, contact me, and it's something that I can design. Not a problem. But, so that is the exciting news, guys. Crafty as a Fox has launched. It is my new brand that I'm doing myself, which hasn't been easy. But, you know, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it, wouldn't they? So I'm very excited. Oh, Joe, I'm glad you'll be watching. I hate that I always cross paths when I'm up there and I never get to see you, and I really want to see you. So hopefully soon we will be able to, you know, see each other in person again. Yeah. Jo is from Storage for Crafts. She's amazing. Love her. Love what she brings to the channel and what she does. Amazing. So if you need those storage solutions like I probably do, I've got an absolute mess in the background of here, but I've got a very small room now because me and my son swapped rooms. Yes. So I went to the small one so he could have the bigger room. Means there's all of his toys are in his bedroom now, not downstairs. Oh, thank you. I appreciate the good luck. I do miss you too. Yeah. And well, what else to say? That's about it. So new brand, Crafty as a Fox. All the photos will be released on Instagram and all of that soon. The products are up at Create and Craft, ready for photography and all of that stuff that they do behind the scenes that I don't get involved in. But it's exciting to be a supplier now, not just a demonstrator, and bringing something that I want to the world of craft. So for you mixed media people, you art journal people, you card makers who love stamping and the kind of grungy side of it, that's what I'm going to be bringing. There will be more collections. They might not be the same kind of thing because I'm not going to pigeonhole myself into one area. I'm going to see something and I'm going to go, I like that. I'm going to work with that because why not? So anyway, thank you very much for tuning in, guys. I appreciate it, and I will see you all on Wednesday at 2 o'clock. So let me swap this over and say thank you for joining in, and I'll see you all soon. Bye now.